Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the American League's Houston Astros and the Oakland A's. It's going to be a premier pitching matchup. Two of the league's hardest throwers go head-to-head next. Daniel Mengden is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the A's. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, if you're looking for Achilles heel from this pitcher, this jumps right out at you. Right-handed batters are hitting over 300 on the season against this guy. That's something he's going to have to improve on if he expects to pitch well in this one.
Now to the plate, George Springer. He will lead this one off today.
George Springer.
Hit in the air down the right field line. Piscotty on his horse. He's there and records the first out. Now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, fellas, there's nobody that I'm more excited to watch play than Carlos Correa. He's really had a heck of a year in the power categories, slugging over 500 coming into this one. That means almost every time he's hitting the ball, he's hitting it hard somewhere. Should be fun to watch.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And striding in, the speedy second baseman, Jose Altuve. And Dan Dero, these A's as they begin play here this afternoon. They come in looking to turn things around as they've dropped 2 straight.
Hey, thanks, Matty. You know what, Dero? Nothing you'd like more than to win this one here. They've got a long roadie coming up. They'd like to win this one to get themselves on an airplane onto a long road trip on a positive note.
You know this, Dan, as well as I do. 10-game road trip, a lot of packing involved the night before this one. They're going to have to find a way to stay focused, win this ball game, and get on a happy flight.
Here's Carlos Correa now. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. First offering on its way. And he goes with the pitch here and drives it the other way to deep right. He's through first and hustling for second. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he is into third with a 2-out triple.
You take a look at this one as it flies into the gap. Both outfielders give it a chase, but they can't catch up to it. Next thing you know, it one hops the wall, and he's busting his hump around second on his way to third.
Stepping in is Josh Reddick. Swinging a soft liner. And they'll escape danger here after the 2-out triple as the inning is over. No damage done after the 2-out triple. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Garrett Cole, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, in this day and age where we're used to seeing a lot of home runs and pitchers not going very deep in a game, how about this guy? ERA in the low ones. That's not an easy thing to do. He can strike people out, but he can also get them out via the ground ball, the fly ball. Judging by his stats this year, he is having a ridiculously good season up to this point.
Fellas, taking a look at these Astros entering play here this afternoon. They'll look to make it 3 straight here as they come in on the heels of 2 straight wins.
Yeah, Matty, for me today, the key to winning this ball game begins and ends on the mound. And it has to be early on the attack, getting 0-1. You can't allow these guys to get into count leverage and to hunt your fastball. There has to be execution, down and away, up and in to keep these guys honest, and it has to start from pitch 1.
Hit hard on the ground toward second. Altuve fields it cleanly, and that's the first out. With that, let's look at the starting lineup for the hometown A's. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, I really believe this offense really needs their cleanup hitter to find his form. He's hitting under 250 for the season. You think about it, that's basically 1 for 4 every game with some Oprah's mixed in there. It tells you about the inconsistency he's had so far in the batter's box.
Here's Matt Joyce now. Here's the first pitch to him. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely do you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Altuve has it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting third, second baseman, Jed.
Striding in for Oakland, Jed Lowry. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. First pitch of the at-bat. And this is taken outside for ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Grounded up the first baseline. But a foul ball, 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. In the bullpen area, he squeezes it to record the out. A's are gone in order, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Next up for the Stros, Yuli Gurriel. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
First baseman number 10, Julian.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Smolinski's under it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
All right, guys, so here's how the Oakland A's are lining up on defense for this one. And let's take a look at the guy playing shortstop up the chute today, and that's Marcus Semien. This has been a work in progress. He's had to grind, take countless hours of ground balls, and work on his accuracy. But don't get it twisted. He's made some big highlight reel plays, and if you miss middle, we all know the power he has.
Striding in for Houston, Alex Bregman, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Line toward center field. A dive, but it'll get past him out in center, and this could roll till tomorrow. Around second now, and this ball still hasn't been fielded. Bregman blows through the stop sign, headed for home. And he's safe at the plate as they take the lead.
The fans are not happy, and I can't blame them. And inside the Parker on that hit, there's simply no excuse for that. And everyone in the ballpark knows it. We'll see if he can shake it off and get out of the top half of this inning.
What a lucky hit. Oh, oh my God.
Marwin Gonzalez down.
Incredible.
And he puts it on the ground to second. Taken there by Lowry. And there are 2 away now.
Batting eighth.
Now the Astros designated hitter, Evan Gattis. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Yeah, a half-hearted swing there as he tried to go the other way, and it's strike 1. Well, fans of good pitching are in for a treat today. What can we expect from today's matchup, guys?
I know everyone loves the long ball, Matty, but this is why I pay the price of a ticket right here. 2 of the game's best, 2 of the hardest throwers compete at the top of their game. Dan, you have...
Well, the first baseman is under it to make the play, and that retires the side. So only 1 hit in the inning on the solo shot, but it's enough to push him out in front. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Astros lead this one 1-0. Here's Chris Davis. Average for him entering play, not far north of 200. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a knee-high fastball. Davis absolutely hammers left-handed pitching. There's a lot of pop in his swing for sure, but if there's one criticism of his bat, it's that he doesn't put the ball in play enough in these situations. Seems like hitters like this are more and more common these days.
Yeah, Matty, you can't fault these guys today for the swing and miss. In today's game with so many shifts, there are no hits to be had on the ground. But when this guy does connect against left-handed pitching, it is fun to watch. Time for a look at the Houston Astros on D. And let's focus our attention on the guy behind the plate putting the digits down. That's Brian McCann. I don't think he gets enough credit for his defense. The ability to massage a pitching staff, soft hands, and a nice throwing arm to second base. We already know from the offensive side, he's a multiple-time All-Star with the ability to launch.
At the plate, Matt Olson. The pitch. Look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
It's 2-0 now. Now the 2-0 home. 3-0 now.
No surprise here that they're working around this big boy. Certainly not going to let this guy tie the game up with something fat out over the heart of the plate.
Let's see what they throw Olson on a 3-1 count. One out, nobody on. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Two pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. So 3-2 one more time. Too high, and that cost him ball 4.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
Next up for the A's, Stephen Piscotty. First delivery to him on the way. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike. Now the 0-1. A ball and a strike. Over to first, runner back standing. No contact there, and it's 1-2. Ready on 1 and 2. Hit high and deep out to left field. So that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. He'll get it into second. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
That's what good hitters do. You get a pitch you like and you just explode on it. He blasted that one over the left fielder's head for an easy double.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. The average not quite where he wants it, down in the 220s. 5 homers and 14 driven in. Don't want to forget about it. The 0-1 on its way. Strike 2 with a pitch that catches the outside corner.
This is going to be an interesting pitch right here. Does he bury something in the dirt? Does he go for the double play and give up the run? Does he go for the punch out? Let's see what happens.
Olson on third. Piscotty at second with 1 away. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. He looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He'll enter play with an average of .311. No home runs as of yet, and 8 runs batted in. Swing, missed 1-1.
Hey, there's a ton of reasons I could give to you as to why this guy has been such a good pitcher in his career. But I think this
took something off there as this pitch is in the dirt, but handled quickly behind the plate. Now the 2-1 pitch takes a pitch for strike number 2.
You know, this isn't a ballpark that yields a lot of runs, so when you've got a chance like this to put some early runs on the board, it becomes really important to do so.
And he's down on strikes, so they get 2 men into scoring position, but that's as far as they'll get as the side is retired. A's strand a couple. They trail this one 1-0. Oakland as we're set for the start of the third from the Coliseum here on MLB Network. Here's the first pitch to him. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Joyce there, and he makes the catch for the out. Digging in for his second at-bat, George Springer. He flew out in his last at-bat. Corner and slicing foul. He looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
He came out of his shoes on that one, boys. I know he swung and missed it. We felt the breeze from up here, but if he gets that pitch again, catches it a grain low, we got action.
Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. Lucroy has it, and he makes the throw to first. Springer is retired, 2 down now. Ready for another chance? Jose Altuve, 0 for 1 here in the early going. Back up. No, that got him. Safe after the recovery throw. Good effort, but now we have to wonder whether or not he's going to be okay.
So frustrating, Hero. You make a good pitch and you get these guys that can run around and they're fast. You think you have an out, and all of a sudden it turns into an infield single.
Yeah, this is definitely part of his game, the ground attack, Dan. He's a speedster. He's going to get a ton of infield singles, and he knows how frustrated that pitcher is.
From the stretch. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. He's able to thwart the pitch out. Well, that stolen base was about as bang as they come, and his show track demonstrates to us right here it was his top speed that really made all the difference. He's definitely got wheels, and they were on display there. Count. Pitch. Popped into the air, back behind second. And the catch made here by Lowry, and that ends the inning. Astros leave 1, but they're on top 1-0. Set to get his day started, Jake Smolinski, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. First pitch misses here to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 9 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. The 1-0. It's a slider that misses below the zone. Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1. There's the 2-1 home. Up around the face.
One thing that can nag at you as a pitcher is having to work really hard to get a guy that you think you should be able to cruise right through. He's not known for his offensive prowess, but he's putting together a real nice at-bat here.
And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third. First pitch of the at-bat. Grounded back up the middle. One there. On to first to complete the double play.
Nice job on the mound to bounce back from the leadoff walk. Those are usually pretty costly, but that won't be the case this time after the 2-ball.
Here's Matt Joyce now. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. A late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches. He's confident in his stuff. He's pounding the zone. He's got 2 quick.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. A's go quietly there. They still trail 1-0. Josh Reddick. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. He pulls this one into right. And that'll get down for a base hit. He goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
That was a great job of driving that ball, extending his arms very well, was able to get it over the right fielder's head, one-hopping it off the wall for an easy double. That's one of those solid hits that you don't even feel coming off the bat.
Now the Cuban import Uriel as he grounds crisply to short. And that's out number 1. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line drive to center field. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. Reddick rounds third and is digging for the plate. He scores, and they now lead by 2. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Wow, with one out, and he clutches up with an RBI triple, which is his second hit of the game, so he's starting to put together a pretty big game here.
Here's Marwin Gonzalez now towards second. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score. Evan Gaddis now standing in. Flied out in his first at-bat, so making 0 for 1 so far. Drops in the strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Wind up and the 0-1. Started that swing a bit too early.
The lineup top to bottom looks like they have no approach or game plan whatsoever. It's like they're deciding to swing before the pitch is even coming out of the pitcher's hand.
And it's fouled away. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Astros at this point. Swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will. Digging in to try it again. Jed Lowry comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
taken here by Lowry as that evens the count at 1-1.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Now the 2-1. Back up the middle. Correa has it. And the throw to first is in time. One gone.
Now batting was designated hitter.
Here's Chris Davis next. Here's the first pitch to him. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. The 1-1 home. Misses. Ball two. The 2-1. Now he gets out. Gets the one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Swing and a miss there on a late-breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of the stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. Strike one to start the at-bat. No runs, just one hit, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Hey, newsflash, guess where the next pitch is going after that ugly swing? I guarantee you he tries to get him to reach again.
Pulled toward right center field. Springer has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the A's. They trail in this one 3-0. Brian McCann. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And right into the shift. To his left, Olson. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Here's George Springer, who sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. Line toward right center. And gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
I mean, there's no secret right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants up at the plate right now. They're feeling frisky. They're all pulling the trigger early, and it's working.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. Swings and sends a bullet to right field. But this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out. Here's Carlos Correa now. He's 1 for 2 in this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch. On the ground to the left side. Chapman's got it. Throw to second for the force out, and his side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one man left aboard. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Astros lead it 3-0. Outfielder Scotty the next to hit. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Left side. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Now batting.
There's our line score through the first 4.5, and these guys have basically had the bats taken right out of their hands. Just 1 hit to this point. Striding in once again, Matt Chapman. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. And that one right down Main Street. One strike now from Cole. Outside for a ball, 1-1. 1-1. Is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. Popped him up. Gurriel has a play. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting. Catcher.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. And that's inside. Looks like a slider, and it's 2-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
3-1 the count now. The 3-1. Inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4. Digging in to try it again, Jake Smolinski. And after that quick walk, is it fair to wonder if this starter is beginning to show signs of getting tired?
Yeah, that could be the case, Matty. Sometimes you just lose your focus, lose your command, but it'll be real important for him to get it back as this next hitter walks up to the plate.
And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. The A's strand 1. They trail it here 3-0. Digging in and looking for more, Josh Reddick. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far.
Josh Reddick.
This is line to left. And that's going to be a base hit for Reddick. So the leadoff man reaches in their half of the 6th.
Hey guys, that's an excellent piece of hitting right there. A good changeup down and away gives most batters problems. But trying to think the other way from an offensive standpoint, excellent job.
Here comes Bob Melvin now out of the Oakland dugout. And we're going to have a pitching change as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. He'll wind up lasting just 5 innings here. Didn't pitch all that poorly, yet he's gone nonetheless. Yusmeiro Petit takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out.
Yusmeiro Petit.
Stepping in now. Yuli Gurriel. This will ricochet off the mound. Chapman. He's there and he makes the catch for the out. And now they'll hustle out there and attend to their pitcher, and that was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee. But if there's one thing I know about this guy, he will not want to come out of this game. And from all indications, it looks like he's going to try to continue. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Alex Bregman. He's got a homer and a triple to this point in the game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. Petit is a reliever known for forcing contact. Not a huge strikeout guy most of the time, but he also doesn't issue a lot of free passes either.
There's a couple of keys to being a good reliever. One, you have great stuff and you strike everybody out. Or, like this guy, not afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. He has good stuff, not great stuff. He's not afraid to let his defense help him out and make some plays.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. Digging in once again, Marwin Gonzalez. He's got an RBI despite an 0 for 2 effort to this point. He's set. Here it comes. Soft liner toward short. And he'll go the short way to retire the side. So the Oakland lineup turns over, and to the plate, Marcus Semien start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Fastball swung on, missed for the first out.
This guy is really locked in on the bump right now. He's just playing good old-fashioned hardball right now, just rearing back and letting it go. And it seems like this lineup, they don't have an answer for anything he's bringing so far.
Ready for another shot now, Matt Joyce. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A ball and no strikes. On its way is pitch number 75. 1-1 to count. The 1-2. Ground ball down the left side. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Missed with a slider.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him. So we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
Here's Jed Lowry now. As he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. No hits to this point. The 1-0. And look out. Down and ran in and got him.
Wow, he's not even being subtle about it. He almost hits him with the previous pitch, and then he actually does it with the next one. Going to be interesting to see if they seek revenge at some point.
Here's Chris Davis now. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a slider bounces, and that gets away. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wide. Now here comes the Houston manager out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it appears that we've seen the last here in this one of Garrett Cole. So he'll head for the showers as he stands to win this one if the bullpen can find a way to protect his 3-run lead. Brad Peacock will come out and take the ball here as he'll be making his 15th appearance of the year.
strike.
Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Two balls and two strikes to count to Chris Davis. Working for the punch out and the offering. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Well, the tying run looms on deck, so keeping this guy off.
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. One left for Oakland. Still down 3-0. Coliseum in Oakland. It's on to the 7th now with the Astros on top in this one. And as the final warm-up tosses are thrown, let's get a look at our game summary through 6 innings. Evan Gattis now standing in. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. First pitch on its way. A swing and a miss at the big curveball. Looks like a right-hander's got enough to throw now in the Oakland pen. The 0-1. Right to crush that ball. Now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Here it comes, 0-2. Hit out toward second. Lowry on the move. He has it. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. So 1 away now for Brian McCann. Comes set. Here's the nothing pitch. Started that swing a bit too early. The 0-1 on its way. Boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Drops one down here, and they'll try to beat it out. Chapman loves it. Throw to first will get him as they pounce on it quickly to snuff out the bunt attempt.
Well, you know, he had a good idea right there. The infield was playing back, but it's not going to work out for him this time. That's a nice play to react, and they take care of him at first.
Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. That finds its way through for a base hit. So Jose Altuve will get a chance next to try to extend the inning.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0, he's locked.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, D-Row, of being able to get the barrel to the ball, and this is one of those guys.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. Line toward center field. Smolinski will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. One left for Houston. They lead it 3-0. Leading off the inning, Matt Olson, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
Swings through it for strike number 2.
That's a real tough pitch to hit. That's, as in the pitcher's jargon, we call that the Hall of Fame pitch, that slider down and in. Really, the only way you're going to be able to hit that pitch is if you're looking for it down and in, and still then, it's a really difficult pitch to hit.
Steven Piscotty is on deck. Throw to first is in time for the first down.
Now batting, right fielder, Steven Piscotty.
Ready for another chance? Steven Piscotty. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He had to be looking for something else to start the at-bat. It's 0-1. Crowds him a bit with the fastball there, and it's the 1-1. One out, nobody on. Bounce around the middle. To his left is Correa. And that's the second out.
Now batting, third baseman.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. He struck out and popped out in his 2 previous trips. And that misses ball 1. Helping him out here as he swings and misses to fall behind a ball and 2 strikes. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. A's are gone in order. They trail in this one 3-0. Santiago Casilla has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Santiago Casilla.
Ready once again, Carlos Correa is working on a 1-for-3 thus far.
Carlos Correa.
He's set and the pitch. Couldn't wait back, a swing and a miss.
Sometimes you just got to laugh at yourself. Hitting's the hardest thing to do in all of sport. You take an ugly swing like that, take a deep breath, step out, smile about it, and get back in that box and try and do damage.
Smolinski, rolling center, makes the play, 1 out. Next up for the Stros, Josh Reddick. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Joyce is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line-out. Ready to deliver, here's the first pitch. This is in the air out to right field. And the catch made here by Lowry, and that ends the inning. 4-pitch inning as the Astros are retired, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. In is the catcher Jonathan Lucroy, and to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Matt. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
3-0 now.
If you're at the plate in this situation, you're only thinking one thing, and that is get on base. You got 3 balls. It has to be perfect over those 17 inches for you to pull the trigger. A walk is as good as a knock right here.
The 3-1. Swung on and missed. A full count now.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
Good swing just a little early, and he'll see another payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. 1 away.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
In now, Jake Smolinski, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
Hey, let's not sugarcoat this. This is a huge half inning right here. They have to find a way to score a few runs. They do not want to face the closer, needing 3 runs in the ninth. That means game over.
A ball and a strike now. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
Marcus Semien waits on deck. 3-2 to the A's center fielder.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Set and the payoff pitch. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole of getting on base as we go back to the top of the order. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Marcus Semien. He went down on strikes last time up. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. Throw over to the bag, and he's back standing. The 0-1 pitch. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. Here's Matt Joyce now. And Dan, this could be a real make-or-break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Smolinski leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But a foul ball. 1-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering. And this one's in the dirt. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. The A's strand 1. They trail it here 3-0. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. He'll be charged with trying to get on board leading off the 9th. First pitch of the at-bat. Fouled off. Gets the fastball by him here. He's in control. 0-2.
Well, we know what this guy's approach is. He's looking to go absolutely deep right here. I don't see him getting anything over the heart of the plate.
Swinging a hard liner to center field. Oh, and this kicks right off of him. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
He just tattoos this ball right here. Tried to sneak a fastball in on him? No way. Drives it to deep left center field gap, and that was a nice job to get the barrel around in time to score that baby up.
Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. As he rides it out to center. Catch made out there in center field as the runner will tag from second. And he is in there. So coming to the plate, Evan Gattis. Although there are a couple of bases open, we'll see if they think about working around him. From the stretch. Throw right back at him, and it hit him. The runner does score from third, and let's hope he's going to be all right. Throw to first, but he's safe. And now the stadium's attention turns back to the man on the mound. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Digging in, Brian McCann, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. From the stretch. On the ground, up the middle. Oh, that hit him. Let's hope he's okay. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg, and that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. Here's George Springer. Casillas ready. Here's the first pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Simeon's got it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Stepping in and ready for another shot. Jed Lowry comes into this at bat 0 for 2 with the hit by pitch. And that's waved at and missed for strike one. Comes set, and the 0-1. Fouled away.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
Back-to-back sliders in on the hands. He didn't handle it real well at all in the previous pitch, so why not come right back with it again? Better job of laying off that one, though.
Man, I thought this at-bat was over. Down 0-2. He's able to work himself back into a hitter's count. 2-3. He's able to find the knockout.
Chris Davinsky takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Pitch is way outside, and he can't even get a glove on it. And that'll move the runner up to second as it takes away the double play possibility. 2-0 the count to the ace left fielder.
Do you take your chances in this situation as a hitter, knowing he's just missed outside 2 pitches in a row, and dive a little bit and try and drive something?
The count now at 2-1. Lowry leads off second with nobody out. Hard on the ground towards short. Correa on the glass, and a good throw gets him 1 gone. Striding in for Oakland, Matt Olson. He was a ground out victim last time up. Slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1.
There's a good slider down and in at that back foot. That's a tough pitch to lay off as a hitter, and a great pitch as a pitcher. That's one of those, how could he not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
Gonzalez is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. Gonzalez is there, makes the catch, and the ball game is over.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
4-0 the score this afternoon. Houston took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Garrett Cole with his 4th win this season as he allows only 1 hit in 5+ innings in this one. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. See you next time.
Fans, our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Astros. 4 runs on 9 hits. No errors. Left 6 men on base. For the Athletics, no runs, only 2 hits.
MLB Network coverage of Major League Baseball on the air. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Detroit Tigers and the Texas Rangers. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Paul Hamels gets the starting assignment for the Rangers in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
Jacoby Jones the next to hit. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. Breaking balls in for a strike. Here's the pitch. And on 0-2, he misses with the fastball. Our game time temperature here to start play, a balmy 86 degrees at first pitch. 1-2 is the cut fastball, but he holds back 2-2. Into the windup, here comes the 2-2 pitch. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. With that, let's get you a look at the starting 9 for the Tigers. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, Matt, keep an eye on that number 2 spot. He's really had a heck of a year in the power categories, slugging over 500 coming into this one. That means almost every time he's hitting the ball, he's hitting it hard somewhere. Should be fun to watch.
Jeimer Candelario is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Hamels has found success in his career at limiting base hits. Usually turns in outings where his hits per 9 numbers are really respectable, and obviously that goes a long way as a starting pitcher.
Matty V, there's a couple of things that really hurt you when you're a starting pitcher. Walks and giving up many base hits per 9 innings. This guy keeps the ball in play, doesn't give up a lot of hits, doesn't walk very many batters, and when you do that, it's a good recipe for success, and it's worked for him so far in his career.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
That pitch was way down on 2-2, but give the hitter some credit there. Sometimes with 2 strikes, you're more apt to expand the strike zone, but he didn't and held off on that one that wasn't even close.
And he lays off here, ball 4, and he'll become the game's first base runner here with 1 away. For the first pitch, a check at first, and he's back easily. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fastball that just misses inside. The 1-0 home. And this one gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. Spin and a throw back to second, but the runner's back easily. Now the 2 strike one.
I know that fastball registered at about 92, 93, but I guarantee you it looked about 4 to 5 miles an hour faster than that for this offensive player. After coming off a curveball, the old push the throttle and pull it is being used.
And this pitch misses here as well. Back-to-back walks now, but at least that'll put the force back in order here.
At this rate, he's going to set some kind of a record for walks issued in a game, or he'll get an early look. We'll see if he can settle down here and start to find the strike zone, or if he continues to struggle.
Curveball looked at here for strike 1.
Hey, that's a huge pitch right there. You've got to get ahead. When you start to see traffic on the base pass, your defense starts to tighten up a little bit. The best thing to do is pound the zone and get ahead.
And that's through, a base hit. And they'll hold that runner at third as everybody moves up a base, and they're loaded with 1 away.
Hey, I can't imagine that's the pitch he was looking for right there. But he did his best to keep his nose in there and drive that changeup to the base hit.
Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Putting himself in a pretty bad situation now on 2-0, and the base is loaded. He basically doesn't have much of an option but to challenge him right here.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And a breaking ball stays outside.
You fight so hard to get into these type of counts. You can't let this pitch get away from you. You have to keyhole something middle of the plate.
3-2, full count. Challenge pitch coming. Here it is. And a strike three called. My gracious, what a pitch with the bases loaded, and there are 2 away now. Next for the Tigers, James McCann. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1.
Yeah, guys, the key to hitting in the big leagues is to hit off the heater, and this guy is obviously sitting something else.
Into the corner and slicing foul.
All right.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. A couple of walks, but no damage. Bottom of the... Francisco Liriano, the Dominican left-hander, will get the nod to start here. What do we need to know here, Danny? Standing in, Delino DeShields. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Line to the right side. Goodrum is there to put it away for route number 1. Into the box now, Mike Schmidt. First pitch of the at-bat. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Up next for the Rangers, Nomar Mazara, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Popped up. Liriano over to his right, and that ends the inning.